LinkedIn is a 24/7 networking platform. Do you agree? Are you stuck with growing your network on LinkedIn, or are you getting connection requests that drive you crazy? Do you intentionally want to grow your professional network on LinkedIn? Well, today I'm going to show you how I grew my network from 0 to 25,000 actually, 25,000 plus folks who I want in my network, how I grew it intentionally. I'm going to show you three strategies, but before I do that, I want to share two important tips with you. One is you want to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You want to update it because when you send someone a connection request, they're most likely going to go to your LinkedIn profile. And if it's not really complete, it doesn't showcase what you do, who you help, how you help them, what problems you solve for people, what your expertise. There's no image. Your image is blank, or maybe it has a picture of your dog. Your headline doesn't really say what you do. Your about section is empty. Basically, your profile is bare bones. Like if you go to a store to buy something and they barely have anything on the shelf, so they just have a few things and nothing makes sense. You don't want your profile to look like that, because if you went to that store and it was empty, you would leave, they would lose a client. The same thing with your profile. You're going to lose someone who could be a great connection for you, who's someone who could be in your professional network and open the doors to new opportunities, because that's what your professional network does. They can open the doors to new opportunities. They can be your cheerleaders, your collaborators, etc. So you want to update and optimize your LinkedIn profile. I do work one-on-one with clients who want to optimize their profile. I also do LinkedIn profile audits, and I'm hosting a LinkedIn profile optimization workshop in August. I'll share the links to all these in the description so you can work with me one on one, or you can sign up for my workshop. It's $39, the early bird, and then after that, it will be $49. It's really worth it if you want to just start optimizing your profile. So that's the first tip. The second tip is don't accept everyone's connection request. When someone sends you a connection request, go to their profile, check it out. Is this someone again that you want in your network, someone you want to do a one-on-one coffee chat with, someone who you want to work with, someone who you think will be a perfect client for you, someone you want to collaborate with, someone who inspires and lifts you up because of the content they share. Maybe there's someone who does similar work to you. So check all that out. Don't focus on metrics, on just growing that professional network and having 500,000, 2,000, 3,000 connections and followers. Be intentional, because if you connect with everyone, either accepting everyone's connection request or you connecting with everyone, you're going to really dilute your target audience, your network, and that might confuse the LinkedIn algorithm. When you create content or even your profile, they might show to the wrong people, people who will never hire you, and people who will never collaborate with you. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to share my screen now to show you the three strategies I have used to grow my network on LinkedIn. There's more strategies, but I'm going to show you three key strategies today. And while I'm doing that, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Naina Kaputi. I'm a LinkedIn coach and consultant, and I'm also the founder of the Expat Woman. Because I run this business, the Expat Woman, where I help women who have moved abroad, professional women, step out of their comfort zone, build their visibility, open doors to new opportunities. I'm going to do a search today for expats. Now, that's going to be my keyword because I'm looking to grow my network of expat women living abroad. Maybe you want to grow your network with possibly business development managers. Maybe you want them to sponsor an event you're doing, or maybe you want to connect with market people who work in marketing. Whatever it is, just think of one keyword, what represents the people you want to connect with. So I'm going to do expat. Okay, and once I do expat, I'm going to look for people. Okay, so you see all these tabs here. I'm going to select people, and then I'm going to look for second and third degree connections, because these are people you're not connected with. First degree connections are people you are connected with, but right now you're focusing on connecting with people that are not in your network. When I say second degree, I mean people who you have someone in common with, like a mutual connection. And third degree, you don't have any mutual connections. Now, if you're looking for a job, you could look for people who are actively hiring. You could also use the filter for current companies. I'm looking for locations. Say I want to find people who are expats in Germany. So I'll enter Germany, and then I'll do show results. And then it says Sophie Latour. She offers financial consulting, I think, for expatriates. I know it's in French, but I have a lot of expats in my network who have their profile in a different language. Now, Sophie's profile is kind of empty. She doesn't have a banner. She has not posted, but I might still connect with her because she has been working, helping people with the expat finances from 2014 to present. I'm also a LinkedIn coach, so I also connect with folks whose profiles look like this because maybe I can help them build and optimize their profiles. If we do connect, I might even point her to some of my videos on my YouTube channel so she can learn and get some tips, and maybe at some point she'll hire me. So if you're watching this video, I'd be happy to work with you. So I'm just going to click on connect. I'm not going to send a note because if Sophie decides to connect with me, my profile already says what I do, who I help, etc. We can have a quick look at my profile. I did do another video on where I walk people through my own LinkedIn profile and shared some key things that you need to have in your profile. But if Sophie came to my profile because she was like, oh, should I connect with Nina? It says very clearly here, I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman, building the world's leading community for women making bold moves abroad. I'm also a LinkedIn and personal brand strategist, etc. All right. So that's why your profile needs to be complete and optimized. That's the headline that we just looked at. All right. So we did. So that's the first strategy: connecting with someone either based in a specific country. I didn't even need to do Germany. I could. You don't need to have a location if you're just wanting to connect with people globally with a specific, that they do something specific. It could be expat, it could be marketing director, software engineer, AI strategist. So just, and you can play around with stuff. So that's the first strategy, using the search bar and the filter. Now you can also, instead of looking for people, I could look for posts that talk about being an expat or post by expat. So I select from the drop down box, I selected posts. Okay. Now you can sort by top match or by latest. But I'm just going to go by regular post. I mean, we could try the top match. Let's try the top match and see what the top match. So the first post is the Expat Woman, which is my organization, my business, which is great to see it right at the top. But let's see if there's anything else. Okay, so Michelle has done this post in Malaysia. She's known as an expat in Belgium. She was an immigrant, so it's pretty interesting to see her post. So when you see a post that speaks to you, you see from her headline and from her content that she is an expat. So that's my target audience. I'm already connected with her. No, I'm not actually. Look, so you see second next to her name, that means we are not connected. So I could go to her profile. Okay, and then I can send her connection request. She's based in Malaysia, and I write connect. And now I could send her notes saying, hey Michelle, I saw your post about how in different countries people call you like either immigrant or expat. That really speaks to me, etc. So you could do that. I generally don't send people a note unless it's something very specific, because I feel my profile is complete. She can check out my profile, she can see my content, she can see my headline, my about section, and then decide if she wants to connect. But maybe I met someone in person at an event or virtually, then I might say, hey, I met you at this in-person networking event. Would you like to connect with me on LinkedIn? So you could do that. And if you don't have premium, you only have a limited number of notes you can send people. So be very strategic, but never send someone a note saying, asking them a question. oh, I have a question, I just checked your profile. That is so irritating. Sometimes when I get those notes with the question, I don't accept the connection request, because like, you don't even know me, and right off the bat you ask me a connection request, unless the question is, hey, I just read your profile, I see that you offer LinkedIn coaching services, I would love to learn more because I'm looking for someone to help me optimize my profile or create content or build out my company page. Then I would respond. But otherwise, it's like, so I see you work with expats. Can you tell me what is their biggest challenge? I don't have the time to respond to that. So just keep that in mind when you send a note. Okay, so I'm sending without a note, and then it says invitation sent to Michelle. So that's the second strategy. And finally, the third one is through my network, where LinkedIn sends recommendations to you on who possibly you could connect with. So you click on my network, and then you at the top you see invitations from people who have sent you connection requests. If I click and show all, and I need to clean this out. I scroll down. So Hannah wants to connect. So the first thing I do is I go and check out their profile. So she's based in London, England. From a headline, I really don't know what she does, and that's why it's so important to share right off the bat in your headline, because some people don't have time. Like if I was really busy, I don't know what Hannah does. She asked me to connect, but I'm not going to accept a connection. But since we're doing this demo right now, I'm going to scroll down. Is she an expert? But it really doesn't say much about her. It's really, look, her about section is, you know, it's just about what we do, who we work with. I just feel that she might try to maybe sell me something, because just based on, she doesn't have anything in her profile, and then her about section is what we do. So I'm not going to accept this connection request, because as I said, I'm very intentional about how I build my network, and that's why it's so important again to have a good LinkedIn profile, to optimize it, to update it, because maybe if there was more stuff that I felt that spoke to me, I might connect. Sorry, Hannah. I'll be happy to accept your connection request in the future if you're watching this video. But if you need help with your LinkedIn profile, I'll be happy to help you optimize it. So I'm going to ignore that. All right. So that is where the invitations are. Okay. But we are also going to scroll down now, because I have premium. And again, don't get premium unless you have really used all the free features on LinkedIn. First, really understand how LinkedIn works and how you can connect, create your profile, create content, etc., and then maybe look at premium. This is people who are hiring for your role. I'm not looking to be hired right now, so I'll ignore that, because I connected with someone recently, Yasmin Worsters. It's showing me all Yasmin's connections, encouraging me to connect with those people. So this lady is a language coach, English teacher. So I told you I'm building my network of expat professionals. So I click on Yevgenia's profile. So she's a language coach helping people grow in language and life, and that's what points to the expat community, people living abroad. So, and you can see she's very active. She did like a live stream 3 days ago. So I am interested in connecting with her. Plus, she's lived in Russia, and then she's now living in the Czechoslovakia. So I'm going to send her a connection request. And LinkedIn also suggested her. Now I could send a note and saying, "Hey, Evgenia, I'd love to connect with you. LinkedIn suggested you as a potential connection to add to my network, and I checked out your profile. I saw your about section and your featured section, your posts, and they all really spoke to me. Would you like to connect?" I could send that, but right now, for the sake of time, I'm just going to send without a note. So those are the 3 strategies for growing your professional network on LinkedIn. Let me know in the comments if you've already used any of these strategies, or if you haven't, which one would you like to start with? Again, you need to optimize your profile. You need to connect with intention. You need to be very strategic about whose connection request you accept. And you also want to be active on LinkedIn, create content maybe once a week, comment on people's posts, people who you want in your network. You want to nurture relationships through the DMs, and don't pitch people as soon as you connect with them. Nurture the relationships first, send them a thank you note, etc. I'll do another video on how you can nurture relationships on LinkedIn. But I encourage you, if you haven't optimized your profile yet, to join my workshop, the LinkedIn Profile Optimization Workshop in August. I'll share a link in the description, or you can hire me for a LinkedIn profile audit or one-on-one coaching and consulting, either for your profile or if you need help with growing your network, etc. And hit the subscribe button, like this video, hit the notification bell so you get to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.